thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're going to have a look ahead to the start of August. In today's video, we've got unsettled weather coming up, despite the fact that it's very hot today across many parts of England and Wales. It is going to be turning cooler and more unsettled. Just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlay in my weather videos at gavsweathervids.com. Please play those video ads. You'll be supporting gavsweathervids.com by doing that. So what we're starting off with, as we usually do for these videos, is the 500 millibar height anomaly charts. We've got the ECMWF here on the left, but GFS is on the right. We'll have a look at that in a moment. 500 millibars, 18,000 feet is the area in the atmosphere where we get high pressure and low pressure developing, and those areas of high pressure and low pressure are depicted by these red and orange colours here for high pressure and the blue colours for low pressure. These are actually showing temperatures at 500 millibars, 18,000 feet, but where we've got those high and low temperatures, that's where the high and low pressure is. So this is the anomaly chart for the ECMWF at 500 millibars in 8 to 10 days time. So this is taking us into the start of August, and we can see that where we've got big areas of high pressure here to the east and to the north of the British Isles. The jet stream is back digging southwards again. The jet stream's gone north at the moment, that's why it's got warmer, but in 8 to 10 days time the jet stream will be back digging southwards. We have to watch this area of high pressure to the east. Eventually that might become a blocking feature over Scandinavia. That could give us some warmer weather, but it's a while off, and it's just as likely that jet stream will just cut underneath it and keep it unsettled. So anyway, in 8 to 10 days time the anomaly from the ECMWF is unsettled, blocking to the north and the east, but jet stream going back southwards again, and this area here, although it's not blue colours, this is a trough really of low pressure over the country, or certainly average pressure, but that's an unsettled looking scene really from the ECMWF. The GFS height anomaly chart is very similar. Really, we've got the blocking to the east and to the west. Not quite so much going to the north, but really this is broadly in the same sort of place as the ECMWF. And again, we've got the jet stream as indicated by the lines here digging southwards. That's taking unsettled weather really down across the country, and quite cool weather as well. If we have just a quick look at the jet stream forecast, this is the jet stream currently, and we can see that the jet stream is to the north of the country. The yellow and orange colours here showing where the jet stream is, and as I say, it's going generally to the north of the country into Scandinavia, so that's why it's got warmer, hotter across England and Wales in particular. But if we go to 10 days time, Friday the 3rd of August, we can see that the jet stream is back south again. It's running through Spain and France and into Germany. It's south of the British Isles, so it'll be much cooler and unsettled with a jet stream in that position. So what we need to look at now is going to look at the GFS ensembles, and these are the GFS ensembles, the temperature ensembles from the GFS model, showing that currently we're above average, but once we get to around the 27th, the opening day of the Olympics, of course, the temperatures are going to take a dip, and they're going to go below average. The red line here is indicating the average for the time of year where those temperatures should be at 850 millibars. Let's say those temperatures are going below average over the next few days, and then beyond that, as we go into the start of August, the temperature lines here generally staying below that red line, so certainly no sign of the temperatures dipping back up or picking back up towards the sort of hot temperatures that we've got at the moment. And for precipitation, well, we have got precipitation spikes down here. Some precipitation coming from the 27th in association with that dip in the temperatures, and then beyond that really we keep the precipitation spikes going, so the weather is going to be turning more unsettled once again. Temperature anomalies for the next week, Tuesday the 24th of July to Tuesday the 31st of July. We're around average here really, and that's despite the fact that it is quite hot at the moment. You would think that with the hot temperatures today and tomorrow and Thursday across England and Wales, this temperature of anomaly forecast for the next week would probably be above average, but not really, so that's just an indication of how cool it's going to get from the weekend once again. Precipitation anomalies for the next week, 24th to 31st, we're around normal, and again that's despite the fact that it's very dry across England and Wales at the moment. So again that's indicating that in the second half of the period, second half of the coming week, it is going to turn wetter. Quickly looking through the charts from Weather Central to see how this is working out in terms of weather. This is the situation for Tuesday and for Sunday rather, Sunday the 29th of July. We can see we've got low pressure here to the north of the British Isles. Whether this hot weather breaks down in thunder or whether it's just going to generally turn cooler with a cooler wind getting up and gradually dropping those temperatures away, it's still a moot point. It's still very uncertain as to what's happening on Friday in terms of the breakdown to this heat, but certainly by the weekend this area of low pressure is back in control over North Scotland. The jet stream again is digging south, so it's cool and it's showery. It's back to the summer pattern that we're used to. And up to Tuesday the 31st of July, a week away, low pressure still really is in control here to the north of the country. Things quite slack, so we're looking probably at more of a showery situation here rather than a deluge of rain, but it's certainly a showery situation, and with winds coming from the north it will be on the cool side. And going to Friday the 3rd of August, 10 days away, that low pressure is still in control. The Azores high is pushed well away to the west of the country, so this is still indicating a jet stream. We've seen a jet stream forecast for Friday the 3rd of August. The jet stream will be digging southwards if the forecast is right, so it'll be cool, it'll be showery and not very inspiring weather. Now going to the ECMWF model, it's a very similar situation once we're up to Sunday. That low pressure perhaps centred a little bit more to the east of the country rather than over Scotland, but really it's a similar sort of situation with a northerly wind bringing in showers. It'll be a lot cooler than it is at the moment across England and Wales. For Tuesday the 31st of July, a week away, we've got a westerly wind going on here, a bit of a ridge in the south. That's quite transient though. This low pressure around Iceland becomes the driving feature once we get through to Friday the 3rd of July, 10 days away. That low pressure then is centred over the top of the country. Jet stream here is digging a long way southwards actually. For the time of year anyway, and that low pressure would be giving showers or longer spells of rain, and this is a very cool chart as well, temperatures well below where they should be. Looking at the GEM finally, Canadian model, and low pressures in a similar situation on Sunday 29th. It's off the east coast of Scotland. We're digging down the jet stream, we're bringing in a northerly wind, so it's cooler and it's showery across the country. And as we go out to a week's time, low pressure again is still in control here. The jet stream is digging southwards, but it's got to be quite a wet feature actually. These little kinks in the isobars probably indicating a trailing weather front with waves along it, so if that's right, I think England and Wales could be seeing some really quite wet weather early next week, and certainly it'll be cool and showery at the very least. As we go to Friday the 3rd, that low pressure still there. It's off the coast of the eastern parts of the country. It's off the east coast there, but it's still in control really, so it's showery. The jet stream still south of the country, so it's cool as well, and there's no real sign here of anything particularly summery coming along in the immediate days afterwards. So the basic idea of this video is that if you enjoy the heat, if you enjoy clear blue skies, make the most of the next 2 or 3 days. That's when you've got the heat and the sunshine, because it's all changed as we go to the end of the week. Whether it changes in thunder or not, it's a moot point, but it will change. By the weekend it'll be much cooler and showery, and it'll be back to the pattern that we've had throughout the summer really up to this week, which is cool and showery, and that lasts us into the start of August. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.